This is interesting one because I believe all of us need it. Just imagine you're in a crowded Mumbai local train during rush hour. Everyone's pushing, shoving, try to get in. And suddenly one person, not wearing any uniform, no badge, no authority, starts organizing people into a queue. एक लाइन में खड़े हो जाओ, सब एडजस्ट हो जाएंगे. And surprisingly, people listen. Order emerges from chaos. And I've seen such situations on Delhi roads also when there's a traffic jam, somebody comes out from his car and start managing the traffic in the absence of a traffic police. And people begin to follow him. And interestingly, that jam gets cleared very soon. Or imagine your school WhatsApp group where 30 people are talking over each other about the annual day plan. And then one classmate, not the class monitor, not the head boy, simply says, okay, let me make a list of everyone's ideas. And suddenly there's clarity. So, what's just happened in these moments? So, today we're talking about something you already possess but might not recognize: how to lead without title. And here's a secret that nobody tells you: leadership is not a badge you wear, it's the energy you bring into every room. Think about it. The Prime Minister has a title, the CEO has a title, your principal has a title. But does that auto rickshaw driver who helped that elderly woman with her bags have a title? Or does your friend who always makes sure that the new kid in class doesn't sit alone have a designation? So, leadership isn't about the chair you sit on, it's about the initiative you take, the responsibility you own, and the service you offer, all without waiting for permission. So, here's the formula: leadership is equal to initiative plus responsibility plus service. Yes, all clubbed into one. That is leadership. So today we have a formula even for leadership. So no college degree required, no appointment letter needed, no sir or ma'am mandatory. So let me give you a scenario you've definitely lived. Now that is the family group chat. Yeah, we are all very vocal there. So your family WhatsApp group is planning a trip to Goa. 42 messages debating dates, but nobody making a decision, and your mom is getting frustrated. You could wait for the dad, the head of the family, to decide, or you could simply create a Google form, send it to everyone, and say, let's vote. Deadline tomorrow, 8 p.m. And that's leadership. No title needed. Let's take up another scenario: the tuition class confusion. All must have attended tuition classes sometime or the other. The tuition teacher is absent. 20 students are sitting aimlessly. You could also join the chaos. Pull out your phone, scroll reels, or you could say, guys, let's solve yesterday's problems together. Who's good at organic chemistry? And suddenly, peers begin to listen. That's leadership. No monitor badge required. But let me just continue with a brilliant metaphor. I want you to remember, most people are thermometers. They simply react to the temperature of the room. The room is chaotic, they become chaotic. The room is demotivated, and they become demotivated. But leaders are thermostats. They set the temperature, they walk into a tense room and bring calm. They enter a lazy environment and bring energy. They join a negative conversation and bring perspective. You don't need a title to be a thermostat. You just need courage. And you know what is the most beautiful form of leadership? The kind nobody notices until it's gone. Let me tell you, an uncle, in my family, he's from my neighborhood. He's a retired accountant, no fancy title. But every morning at 6 a.m., he sweeps the common area of a building. He doesn't announce it, he doesn't expect thanks, but he doesn't post about it. He just does it. And one week, he went to visit his daughter in Pune. By day three, the common area was filthy. People started asking, "Where's Rajesh uncle? Who's going to clean this?" And that's when everyone realized he's been leading all along without a title, without recognition. Or think about that one friend everyone calls during a crisis. Not because they have problem solver written on their forehead, but because they listen without judgment. They show up without being asked. They help without expecting anything back. And that's the real power of leading without title. You become indispensable not because of your position, but because of your presence. So, these small acts accumulate into massive impact. The teenager who organizes a neighborhood cleanup drive, or the colleague who always remembers everyone's birthdays. We all have people around us who have that capability to remember everyone's birthdays. The student who shares notes without being asked. So now, I know what some of you might be thinking, when I'm too young, or I'm not in a position of authority, or what if people don't listen to me? Let's flip that. What if you're exactly in the right position? What if not having a title is actually your superpower? Because here's the truth: when you lead without a title, people follow you by choice, not obligation. Your influence is earned, not imposed. Your impact is real, not performative. The CEO's team follows you because they have to. Your friends follow you because they want to. Which one is more powerful? So I'll leave you with this. The world doesn't need more bosses. It needs more servants, the ones who serve. It doesn't need more commanders. It needs more contributors. And here's your homework for the day. Not for marks, of course, but for meaning. Do one act of silent leadership today. Help someone without expecting credit. Organize something small that benefits others. Guide someone without announcing it. Or solve a problem nobody asks you to solve. And then observe. Observe the fulfillment it brings. Observe how it changes you. Observe how one small act of leadership ripples outward. Because remember, leadership is not a badge you wear, it's the energy you bring into every room. So you don't need a title to lead. And of course, you never did. Still, all of you are leaders in your own way. So, with that thought, thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining us today.